Learning composure, a letter to my grandfather. In the absoluteness of your absence, you mean more to me than the idea of God. My infinitely compassionate Tata. Sometimes the sudden loss of a loved one is not met by paroxysm of sobs. When you left, the ground beneath my feet shook like the truest thing I know betrayed me for a while. Gravity. Life, with all its breathing and unbreathing creatures, with all its visitation and leaving, still leaves us gasping at the volley of contradictions it throws at us just when we think we might have learned some composure, doesn't it? Nearly 2 years into this loss now, I thought my memories of you had grown calmer and calmer, but how wholly wrong I am. I was walking to my favorite coffee shop, the inexplicable joy of Raga Brindavana Saranga flowing through my earphones into all of me. But there it was on the way, the temple I had taken you and Ajji to on my wedding week. The bench in its front yard on which you both sat, bickering about something, waiting for the darshana of goddess Annapurneshwari. My stride came to a halt. The music's divine rhythmic progression suddenly lost on me. A scene from almost 4 years ago replaying itself like it's happening now. Your usual erect back was slightly hunched that evening, a detail I don't know why I remember vividly. Was it because it was to haunt me today like it did? We spent so much time together back then, but that evening is indelible in my memory. Maybe because I sat there watching you and Ajji arguing and still knew the love that kept you together for more than 60 years. No third person outside of such love can ever understand it, can they? The love that holds two people together despite all its disagreements and differences and everything that could make it fray and fall. Today, I stood before the temple, mute and haunted. No god or goddess could dispel the gut-wrenching revisitations of these memories. Neither did I want them to. I stood there thinking how utterly lonely so much of what Ajji is as a human being without you now, no matter how much love her children and I have to offer. How could a hollowness left by 6 decades of a shared life be filled by anything at all? But then again, standing there for a while, the whole world fading from the foreground of my attention, an ancient thought occurred to me. You are so acutely present in so many different ways now, aren't you? The share of stardust that made you, you, has only gone back to where it came from. Isn't that why we say when someone makes that final exit, they merge with the Panchamahabhutas? Not a futile way to find solace, but a deeply affecting, profound thought to save ourselves from the unbearable agony of losing a loved one. What an incredibly simple, truthful idea. Tata, I continued to walk towards the coffee shop with the grief of your absence morphing within me. What it is becoming, I cannot tell yet. But you are so total in the way your body disintegrated, erased by fire, gracefully, uncomplainingly. Tata, whether it is in front of that temple or anywhere else in the world, I know one thing with certainty. I don't know if God exists. I've never felt the need for one. But in the absoluteness of your absence, you mean more to me than the idea of God. Devotedly, your granddaughter.